Deep underground lives the rock whale, who rests somewhere inside the mantle underneath the Earth's crust, where magma lives. So does he. Every so often, every so many years, he takes in too much magma and decides to disperse it through a vent in the ground. Said vent disperses the magma up above the Earth's crust through what we call a volcano, and the volcano erupts. And that is how volcanoes work. And that is what lives under the surface. So as you hopefully could tell from the title of this, I am drawing my submission for this month's challenge of the month. I know I haven't done one in a while. I've either been not interested or not motivated enough to do one. So I'm back, mostly because I kind of already did this picture. I did it for Inktober. There was a prompt called Deep, and so my thought was deep underground and blah blah blah, and I came up with this rock whale and the story of how volcanoes work and everything. And then the next month, Jazza revealed his challenge of the month for November, and he called it Under the Surface, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have the perfect idea for this. So I had to. Plus, it was actually a request that I was going to do eventually, that one of my friends, she wanted to see my Inktober drawing of this done in color with the materials that I'm comfortable with, etc., etc. And so as soon as I saw this video, I texted her and I was like, guess what? Your wish is coming true, because I'm doing this for a challenge. And of course she's excited. And she's already seen the finished picture and she adores it. I would give it to her normally, but I really like it, so I'm going to keep it. So I guess a little bit about what I'm doing is drawing in the magma and the earth. It's gonna be mixed media. So I'm doing like Copics and Prismacolors, mostly Prismacolor, because the colors that worked well are the colors that I had in Prismacolor from when I first started like taking art seriously and everything. And two, because I kind of want to use them up so I can replace them with Copics for the future. But I'm doing alcohol markers. I'm doing ink because I bought a lot of ink for October, and now that I am at least a little bit comfortable with it, I figure I might as well integrate it into my regular pieces. Plus I realized that it's a lot easier to fill in large spaces with ink washes than it is with Copics. So I think I might be doing that for a while now, unless it's like a more simple picture with a lot of details or something like that, and I might just stick with Copics. But anyway, so right now I'm using some brown Higgins ink. Literally it's just brown. I think I watered it down a little bit because like I said, I wanted to have a wash, and eventually I'll add more like detail and texture to it and everything. But I'm doing that to the actual earth, and I'm matching it with the whale, and I'm going to match it with the volcano, and then I'll use more ink for the sky and the smoke of the volcano and everything like that. And then everything else, like the fire and the gemstones that are on his body and in the earth's crust, are going to be done with alcohol markers. And then I have a little fun surprise at the end, I guess, with embossing powder that I think just really brings everything together. But I'm really proud of this because I actually thought, like, through like the color scheme and like with color theory and everything, I brought out a color wheel that I bought a long time ago that I'm just like, I don't want to do complementary colors because I want to use these colors instead. Yeah, that's usually how it is. Oh, it looks like I skipped some bits here, but whatever. Anyway, so I brought out the color wheel, and I knew I obviously wanted it to be like fire and magma related, so like a red, orange, yellow, orange palette mostly, and then I wanted his gemstones to kind of complement it in a way, and so blue was the color for it, according to the wheel. There, I forget what it's called, but it's some kind of trifecta of sorts, and I had the perfect colors, and I even did research and everything too, and found out that like sapphires or like quartz, different colors of quartz grow in the ground, where kind of near like volcano deposits or something. I could be wrong. I didn't do a lot of research. I just wanted some kind of verification, so who knows if it's actually accurate. But anyway, so I actually like came up with a color scheme, limited like markers and everything like that, and then I chose like mostly desaturated brown colors to kind of just do minimal details and things like that, because everything goes with brown anyway, so it's not really part of the color scheme necessarily. But that is really about it. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I know magma doesn't look like actual fire or anything like that, but let me do what I want to do. I will let this play for a little bit more, and then I'll come back with maybe towards the end of this with final thoughts. So thanks. Okay, so I sped through all of that middle part even more so, and now I'm just trying to add that final texture, I guess, to the ground. I probably could have done a better job at this and like used like an actual sponge or something like that, but I didn't feel like getting up and getting an extra supply or anything, so I used my finger. Up close it looks a lot better. I think it looks like more textured and dirty and everything, but I think it works. And then now I'm doing the embossing powder. So the white pad that you saw was anti-static powder so that it doesn't stick everywhere. And then I'm using a heat tool to shine it up, or to melt it, I guess. And fixing up some stuff, and I'm gonna like Mufasa some across his forehead, and that'll be it. And I don't know if maybe it's too much, but I really like the way that it looks, so hopefully you do too. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff in the future. I upload whenever I want to, so subscribe if you want to know when I do in the future, because who knows. Bye.